because I gotta share this. Just the fact that he had no idea what to do. Like, Bert, motherfucker. What do you mean, what do you do? Kidding me? Today's society, we don't even know what we're supposed to burn. That's what I mean. It's a great thing. As long as it's not happening to you.
Great day to be alive. Thomas, I'm too close to the wall. I can't.
One person was in my audience, okay? It's no good if you have 0 people, is it?
If I do a video walkthrough of my thingy and record it, do you know how to make it faster? So it could be like a fast walk instead of walk in real life.
Maybe you can fast forward your stuff.
Thank you.
What was that?
I don't know. I don't want to know.
You just break the chair.
I did not break the chair. If anybody broke the chair, it is not me.
Jungles of Indonesia. She is the carrier of a blood curse. Such underbeings are destined through the course of their lives to turn permanently into beasts. But look at her. So beautiful. Yes. So desirable. But soon she will be trapped forever in a very different body. Every night when she sleeps, Madame and Monsieur, she is forced to become. She is forced to become.
You were supposed to become. Your kind. Good evening, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. Good evening. Good to see a few people in here. You know, Julie, I forgot it was Memorial Day weekend. You know, it might affect the viewing audience, Julie. You know. Hey, whoa. What's going on here? True. Thanks for the 300 bits. I was not expecting the generosity already. Storm Patrol, thanks for the 2 community gift subs. That makes 10 gift subs. And Axis, Mundix, and 1 Fish and Magician got the free gift subs, and then also True with the community gift sub, which is their first to the channel, which is very generous, and JW2002. Ooh, JW gets the gift sub, and then Kenny with the one bit. I appreciate that. Wow, 28 people in here. I'll be damned. I'll be damned. You say hi to everybody. Sockle, Shafty, True, Storm, Taylor May, welcome in. Ryan, hi Tom. How do I get out of assets on left? So that should be that thing goes from $2 to 100. Maybe I can play this, except. I mean, that's a hell of a question, Ryan, but I mean, the only way you can, I don't even know if you can sell SGB besides swapping it for XLM, in the sense of you're probably not going to get the full value it's showing. What's going on, Sink Laundry? I'm listening today off to my 3D work. Yep. Hey, Kenny, you got to do what you got to do. 3D's part of it in some points of the day. JW, welcome in. And you got the gift sub. How awesome is that? It's awesome. I love that. Y for Lord, welcome. Jam F Tracy, welcome. And thanks for sharing the emote com with Super Fat Monk as well. So let's get into the charts now. XRP. I'm kind of expecting it to do what XLM did, to finish off this bullish divergence. For all intents and purposes, it basically has. All we have to do is jump up to, we talked about 39.7, but it could possibly come up to this 40.7 cents. We're in a small falling channel here, so we're trying to see if we can come up. What I'm looking at, though, is how XLM did this. See how XLM finally pulled off. It's rounding the bottom. It's coming up to this target of 13.37 possibly. Maybe a tiny bit higher, but it's completed this bullish divergence. I'm expecting XRP to do this and have a nice little impulse off of here. And the only problem is, though, is that we can't get any steam. And now, the one thing is the futures is not open today because of the Memorial Day weekend. We're 1 day behind. So when everybody's expecting the futures to open, have fireworks today, we could still have a little bit of a run. That's why I thought it was a good weekend for a 5% move across the board, except XRP's just gone limp. You know, it hasn't done what we needed to. XLM has, though. But when you look at the ratios, this is where it's starting to get to a point where XRP's probably going to push up and finish this bullish divergence. And that's what I'm waiting for. It could be a... If you can get it, and this is what I'm looking at, actually, to be honest with you guys. If you could get it to touch this 38.7, touch this support here on the 20-day, this is where you could get a sneaky leverage trade. Trips, you might be interested in this because I've already marked this out. Let me show you guys again. If we could get this right on a leverage trade, let's say it comes back down to the 20-day right there. I believe that's where I want it. Yeah. So you could theoretically get a sneaky, and I know Trips knows how to do the 20x. You get a sneaky 2.19% move. That's a 40% move on a 20x trade. That's over 20% on a 10x. How that's 10% on a 5x trade. These are the kind of spots I like to get into. That's a sneak. Look at that. Did it really just come down like that just now at once? Son of a fucking bitch. I'm gonna have to get my phone out because this. I'm dead serious. This is where the closer you get to 38.7. I mean, we've just watched it come down from 38.8. Obviously, that's the U.S. dollar, so we got to get into USTT. But see, this is what I'm talking about. It's back testing this broken ascending triangle. I was watching this earlier. So theoretically, you could get into a leverage trade right now, and have the stop loss. I would put this, you know what? Fuck it. I might do this just to show you guys what I mean, because it would be a no harm, no foul. Even if I lost, it might be $50. So we're down to the 20-day here because there's no better way but to teach on the fly. So we're literally 38.7. This is like literally prototypical where you would take out the trade. I mean, you can sell your SGB. You just got to do a swap. I talked all about why, the pros and cons of why I probably wouldn't buy any of that right now. So let's see, KuCoin. So we got XRP. Remember, it's going to be USDT if you do the futures trade, though, because I'm looking at this real close, and this is an excellent spot right now if you're going to leverage trade. Because you have a clear and decisive spot where you can put your stop loss. Trips, you know, this is the kind of spot you crave. And because the futures isn't opening until tomorrow, it leaves us it's literally, you would have to make the move now. It would have to be a now. You know, it would have to be, hey, I'm taking it now. Whatever happens, happens kind of thing. And then you obviously have your stop loss. So if this is me, you buy in at 3874. Let's just say that was the price on the futures. You put your stop loss, because we don't want to have it, if it were to come through, we wouldn't want to hold it any farther than about 38,503. So then you could just take your stop loss, you put it down here at 38,503. You're going to get these moments where it might jump through here. You know, and you got to be very careful because obviously it can come down in a hurry and then, you know. But if you're going to do this, you ride the 20-day, and then that's going to be your main point here. You're like, oh, I'm going to ride it here, and then I'm going to take a gamble, and I'm going to take it up. But then your stop loss, I would probably, at worst, because you wouldn't want to ride it all the way through here, you'd probably put it at 38,507. So that would put you at about 38,507. Yeah, I mean, that's about where I would put it. I don't see any reason why you would go any lower than that. Yeah, 38. Because you're not going to, if you're looking at this 20-day to hold, yeah, that's a zealous pull down, which is, you would expect that right now because you're trying to prove that this 20-day isn't going to hold. To be safe, just so you wouldn't get liquidated, I would put it at 38.5, and then if you lose money, you lose money. But, you know, you're taking a gamble sometimes, and that's just the way it goes. So, it's exactly what I did. I took that trade. We'll see what happens. I do have a stop loss exactly where I said because you don't want to get caught with your pants on. But these are those moments in time where you can go, oh, you know what? There might be an opportunity here. We've got the 20-day. The market as a whole looks like it could benefit us. But at the same time, we don't know if this is a hammer candle or if we're going to get shaked out. And that looks to be what this could be, a shakeout candle. So you always go as close to the 20 days you can. And right now you just happen to get a small... you want to get at 38.72. The closest to 38.72 for the entry, right? My entry's 38.73. That's not a joke. So, and like I said, it's a tight stop loss. Can lose you money, but that's how you do it if you're going to do it. True, it would just be, this is just a very short play to finish out this 20-day. But obviously, like I said, the stop loss would need to be appropriate and would have to be at about 38.5. Because if it came through here, you wouldn't want to hold it if it came back down through here. So yeah, but I took a play to go long to show how the 20-day works right here. And it's a very aggressive trade. But I waited. Remember I said I'm waiting for it to come to the 20 and then it came right down to it. So that was one of those moments you either buy it or you don't. Now what I'm looking for is this to play out, and I want to see how this plays out as the class goes. Because it's either going to be a hero play or it's just going to be a play that cost me about $275. And you can put that in perspective because that's how you know how big of a gamble it was. I don't consider it a gamble. It is a gamble, but I already have it well played out. It's a spot where I wanted to be in or not. So now it's all down to the market. And you can make a good play, like I say all the time. You can make a good play and it doesn't pan out because the market manipulators are just too strong. But I believe here, the closest to the 20-day you can get, and it would be a good play. That's what I personally believe. Now, whether they pan out or not, it doesn't mean that you made a good or bad play. It's just we're trying to get as close to the 20-day. So we got here at 38.724 would be that ideal spot. And like I said, ironically, or not ironically, I hit it right on the money. So whether it's a good trade or not, I at least hit my mark. You know, I hit the spot I want. And yeah, It's a fucking gamble, especially with the way the market is. That's why I like to have the stop loss underneath the low here, because then you give yourself room. It should not come down here. This should not pull all the way down through here if we're going to complete this bullish divergence. This is a shakeout. Makes it look like you're going to pull the M down. And then you have to go with the market. And then if the M does pull down, you have your stop loss so that you don't have to ride it all the way down. And then you can reevaluate if it gets down a little bit farther. But right now, this is what you would expect. You'd expect this little toying around here. And all you want to do is get as close to the 20 days so that you can have a good liquidation price to where you can put it where you want. You're in control. You know, because, yeah, if you make 1,000, 2,000, 3, 5, whatever the hell you want to do on the trade, it's just what I'm seeing right now on the 20-day. So you're looking for the 20-day to hold, and, yeah, you get these overzealous pull downs, how it came down to 38,666. So they're very tight windows, but if you play them properly, you know, they can make you money, but if you play them wrong, you can lose a lot of money. It's that simple. But these are pretty interesting spots because the market doesn't really have a lot that it pulled down with, but, you know, it's trying to prove that it can hold a 20-day. This is either going to be a fake out, but it already came through the 100. The 20 came through the 50 and the 100. So what we're looking for is to finish off this divergence. We already have the targeted move up. It just isn't going to play ball like we want, because if it comes up here to 39.5 or retest at 40 cents, it'd be a tremendous play. If it doesn't and it comes back down, well, it's still a good play because you have your stop loss mapped out and you already know your worst case scenario. So you can basically watch the market do what it's got to do. Even if you get burned, you're watching it do what it has to do. So also, XRP is a little bit behind XLM at this current moment in time. So that's USD. Let's go back to USDT. So you're looking for a move up with XRP. I mean, that's what I'm looking at. Whether it happens or not, that's anybody's guess. But I'm looking at a nice back test here. We had an overzealous move down, which made it an ideal opportune time to buy this on the drop. And like I said, I was at 38.73. I didn't even get the bottom. I was at 38.73, which is right on the 20-day. I am so happy where I'm at because it's right where I want to be. Because then if we do get this pull up like I'm anticipating, it can be a rather nice move here. And I think a better way for me to show everybody how to do this is to actually get into a few positions here with Twitch like I just did. Live on the air. And then we'll see what happens. Up a tiny bit right now, obviously, because it's pushing up. Well, yeah, Algo's cheaper, but this is by design, Kenny. This isn't because one's cheaper of the other. This is because I've been watching XRP and I've been waiting for this move. I've been waiting for this move on the 20-day, and you have to pick your spots. And right now, I think I picked out a fucking fantastic spot if this actually works out like the hammer candle. I waited for it to come down to the 20-day. And now if it actually plays this as support, you guys are going to see, you know, the way you play this in a smaller time frame. That doesn't mean I would be sitting on this for 6 years. It just means, you know, trying to see if we can get up here to it, you know, get back home. And then if it gets home, you know, it's a nice trade. If it doesn't, we have the stop loss. And then we would know because it's going to get rejected by this downtrending resistance. Right now we look good. Right now we're looking good. We're looking good. We're showing the support on right where I want. So if this pulls up the way we want, then we can all make a little bit of profit. If it pulls down and you would have to eat a little bit, well, you know, that's the way it goes sometimes. When you're 20x trading, it really can get interesting. So Algo, I seen a question about a good stop loss. I mean, Algo's at 37.8. This is what I'm saying. XRP hasn't done this move. And this is hunting the 20-day as well. This is what I'm anticipating, or the 200-day now. This is what I'm anticipating XRP to do. Complete the move now like you're seeing with XLM. I mean, Algo right here. We already seen it with XLM. But this is the move I'm anticipating. I'm anticipating a move like this. So, I mean, your stop loss, as long as you're on top of the 20-day, which is 37.35, which I like to give it this little bit of room. So, the bottom of this formation, so 36.78. As long as it's 36.78 or higher, you're looking fine. But this move isn't complete. It's getting on top of the 20-day right now. And that's what I'm waiting for XRP. XRP looks like it wants to get on top of this and complete its move. It's just we haven't done it yet. We haven't completed the move. And it's up and down, up and down, up and down, right? We haven't completed the move, though. And right now, you're probably going to get a lot more people that are going to be hesitant to get in. Even though, by all accountability right here, you should be, this would be the spot where you can look at the move. And then you're simply looking for it to complete this cup and handle right here. That's it. And then if it can get on top of that, then we can measure it out again. But that should be the short-term move. That's it. And because of the futures being closed, you know, a little bit longer, we can get these finishing moves. And I'm looking at 40597 roughly as the top end potential here for XRP. That's what I'm looking at. And that's on USD, but we can go back to USDT as well. But that, I mean, I love the way I have it drawn on the USDT chart because that was my targeted move earlier. So we're just going to say it came down here instead of over there. And I mean, I'm literally looking for a move like this. The 39.8. I think XRP has a move like this in it. And like, you know, I don't want to say I like to gamble because I think this is a well-timed leverage trade. We're on top where we want to be, and we're at little resistance areas we're holding. So what we're looking for is in the next hour or two, especially overnight here, to get a nice little rally here. And we're going to see what happens because the bullish divergence, I believe, has to complete. We broke outside this ascending triangle on it. I mean, do you guys understand what I'm saying? Am I making sense? Or are you guys like, this guy's a fucking idiot. He's just trying to convince himself that his trade's good. Either way, you can say whatever the hell you want. I'm down either way. I'm not down on the trade. I'm down for whatever you guys like. What you guys are thinking. Because right now, the trade that I'm on is up 5.28%. And just so you guys know, it's a $60,000 trade. It's a $3,000 trade at 20x. Oh, yes. I wanted to do it on the ballpoint here because I wanted you guys to see how confident I am when I'm looking at something. I'm not worried about losing $260 and having the stop loss. That's showing me I'm paying attention to the board. Yeah, it's I never said we were dropping to 11.5 this weekend. I actually said I thought we were going to have a 5% pump this weekend across the board. We have to finish off these drop point retests. And that's why I've been trying to find strategic spots. And I talked about for I don't even know how many days until my head wants to spin out. I said if we don't break this uptrending support that goes all the way back, and I've been talking about this forever. We have the one in 2020 that we haven't broke. We have the one here again in 2021. The uptrend holds. We have it here. It holds. And we talked about this where you can get these sneaky plays until you break this uptrend. I wouldn't be surprised. That's why I've been saying I don't know if we're going to get back up to 52 cents or not. But as of right now, we haven't. And we haven't even broke back up to that 43.5 level. So I've been looking all weekend for a retest. And I've been very clear about it. So in the retest, I said I don't think it can break these levels. But would I be surprised if it got to 52 cents? No, because the weekly candle suggests that that's the thing. We just look at what happened here. Like I said, we did the weekly candle, and we have another weekly engulfing candle. Which means in the grand scheme of things, this is likely going to come down. But what this also left us room to do now is to come up to like 44.5, 45 cents with XRP. It did. That's what it's left us to do here, ladies and gentlemen, and that's what makes it very interesting. We've given ourselves room now with XRP and the rest of crypto to make a small-term push up. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. It's nothing like it's going to be historic. But like I said, Sometimes there's opportunities for leverage traders, but you've got to do it at the exact time that the market calls for it. You can't just go into a 20x trade anywhere on the board. It can't happen. Or a 5x. I had a strategic plan, and I said I'm going to take advantage of the next time it comes down to the 20-day. And I did it with you guys live on air. And right now I'm up 7.35% since I got in that position. Or $219 right now. But by no means has this been a successful trade. Because it has to finish out this play. Otherwise, what's the point? So my entry price was $38.73 and it's only at $38.87 right now. So it's not like we made this incredible move. In fact, we're still in a huge danger area right now because we tested the 20, we came up. And yeah, I want this next candle, we want this next 30-minute candle to be another engulfing. And I believe that it was a beautiful entry point. I believe that. I believe that that was a good entry point. I believe we did our homework. And even better, I have the stop loss right here at 38.509. What was it? 38.49. So even if it were to break down real quick, I've got the stop loss on there where I feel comfortable. To where I can let this maybe come out and make a play. Because if it makes the right play, this could be a $1,000 trade. So you always have to minimize your losses though. That makes sense to everybody. I'm trying to show you in real time tonight so you can see what goes on or what goes into a swing trade or a leverage trade. I'm confused. What is the stop loss for the long? So the stop loss is for the leverage trade if it goes down too far because you have a liquidation price and I'm doing a 20x trade, so I have a liquidation price. And if it gets too far down, I'm not going to want to lose all my money. But on this trade, to me, if it goes below that drop point low where I measured out, there's no reason to be in the trade. So that's my stop loss. So I don't have to do anything. I can just let it do anything. And as long as it stays above this level at 38.503, I'm in the trade. If it goes down there, I'm minus about $240 and it would exit me out of the trade. But that's being conservative so that I don't get caught in a drop point drop. And then if it were to break these levels, I think my liquidation price is 3719. So my liquidation price way the fuck down here. Way down here. But I don't want to hold it any farther than past this drop point level. Because in theory, it shouldn't come down farther than that if this plays through as a bullish divergence. That's just my experience telling me that. Does that make sense to everybody? So I try to put the odds in my favor. This is the only time on this entire board right now that I would have leveraged along. Just because of how it looks. But obviously by doing that, I also know I need to have a short. I mean, my stop loss in a good spot. Otherwise, what ends up happening, you caught with your dick in your hands because you have no way of getting out. I'm already got my exit strategy before it even happens. Right now, it's doing exactly what I want. Right now, it's doing exactly what I want. You know, in the profit a little bit here, about, what was it, 6% roughly? 5.2% at the current moment. And I'm looking for this pattern to play out. Is it going to play out? I don't know. It very well could just come right back down through. But I put myself in a spot regardless, guys. That's the point. You know, if you're getting in, you have your exit strategy. I really like the positioning right now, though. I really like the positioning for XRP to finish off this bullish divergence. But as everybody who trades with the leverage will tell you, you get a lot of times you'll get this, and then it'll bounce up just so that it can get people out of their leverage trade. So it's not like, oh, it's just going to go up. It's going to go down. And you can see we're holding right now, so I didn't say a take profit point. I said a stop loss. But ideally, 39807 after the targeted move would be where I would want to get out of this leverage trade. That's the targeted move. If it can make that trade, my stop loss, in case it goes the opposite way, is at 38498. Just enough to let it go through this drop point low, if it were to come through. It shouldn't, though. If this trade ends up being successful, it should not come through there. That's the point. It should not come back down through here. We've had this retest. We've come through here, and now we had another drop. It shouldn't come through here. It should be able to finish and satisfy this pattern. The problem is there's a lot of nonsense that goes on. So for me on a $3,000 trade, I would rather just up it. The worst case scenario, I lose $260. I go for a gamble. But if this pans out and it actually plays out like that, this will be a better than $1,000 trade. So I'm looking at it from a future standpoint, but also that it could have broke down as well. So I have my stop loss at a spot where I'm comfortable. And then I can let the pattern play out and I don't give a fuck. Like, who cares? I'm not going to look at it every 2 seconds to see what I'm up or what I'm down. I mean, I don't like to guess, but we're not at the bottom by any means. I think XRP is going to get down there when it's going to get down there, but this is all proper channeling of the patterns. I mean, that's why I'm waiting, because we don't know if we're just going to come up to 43. We don't know if we're going to come up to these 37, 38 cents, or if we're going to have a 52 cent drop point retest. Nobody knows, but what I can tell you is eventually we're going to get down to these levels. We already failed the cup and handle, so we're going to come down to these lower levels. The only question is does this have any relevance, like in the USDT chart? Does this have any relevance how we had a big fucking fall down here to 2 zeros and a 2? Or do we just come down to the bottom of the pattern at 11 cents? But I'm not one who will ever who's ever going to come out here and be like, oh, it's going to happen on this date. I'm just going to tell you it's going to happen. It doesn't matter what anybody believes. It's going to happen regardless, like I used to tell everybody, and it has. Now, this is what I'm saying. If you're in a position or you're a leverage trader or whatever, take solace in the fact that at least for this small moment in time, we broke the uptrending support or the ascending triangle, and now we're back testing this properly. We come up now, it looks like a hammer candle. And if we can show some kind of strength, this will pull up for everybody. But after this is in a much bigger pattern that looks like hell. Like, I can show you the bigger pattern. I just didn't want to put it on here, because a lot of people are probably happy with what I'm showing right now, because I'm showing a bullish. Just a very short-term bullish. But this is what I'm saying. You don't need to have all this stuff going on to make a bunch of money. You need the right variable. And right now we're trying to play one of the variables that it's showing us. And if this pans out, this would be an incredible play. That's it right there, guys. That's it right there. That's what I'm playing. For this to try to fill this out if I got lucky. But first, we're doing the first thing on this ascending triangle. We're back testing. Right now, we're back testing. We need to break out of this area, but it's looking pretty damn good, if I may say so myself. So, we're trying to get back to even. We're down 0.19% since the flip of the clock at 8 o'clock. But that's what I'm seeing with XRP big time. That's what I'm seeing. I don't know if anybody sees anything different, but that is what I'm seeing with XRP. See, we're just trying to measure it where it's going. So, I think that's a pretty fair assessment. Actually, it should probably be up just a little bit, because it's going to try to push that 40 cents is what I was thinking to start the weekend. But also what I was telling you, I made a big joke about it because it's all of 40 cents. You know, that's still 12 cents below 52 cents. But we're going to see. This is the part of the pattern where it makes it fun. So, I want to know your opinion. Yay or nay, do you think this is what's going on? No problem, True. No problem at all. Storm Patrol. I have buys stacked like pancakes everywhere. Oh, yeah. This is just a play that, you know, gets you into an area. That's all. But this is also because I knew True was in here and a couple other people that like to play the leverage side of things. So, I can at least talk and we can bounce it back and forth. Like right now, the spot it's in right now is such a dangerous spot. It's such a dangerous spot, but the rewards are great in this spot. Like I said, I'm barely up right now, but the point is I'm allowed to have this little flexibility now where I'm actually in the green. And I haven't switched my stop loss yet. That's still right where I want it because I want to give it the room to do what it's got to do. Ooh, what was this? True, thanks for the 150 bits. I really appreciate that. That was really generous of you. And Jurgen with the 114 bits. You guys are so generous. I really appreciate it. I'm going to Pizza Breath, but I don't know the proper spot to move it up to right now is my big issue. Because it very well could come back and back test this breakout. And I don't want to cost myself by it hitting this and being out. Because I could put the stop loss up here. But I'm content having it down here, letting it play through. And then if it had an overzealous, see the overzealous sell-off right here? The one thing you don't want if you're trying to ride something is have the overzealous ride-up, you know, right into your face. But it's a dangerous spot because if it comes down too fast, then you get stopped out. If you come up too high because you're like, oh, I want to secure $100 in profit, then it can knock you out real quick. And then you got to be on the ball, like, where the fuck do I buy in? And there is a value of being in where I'm at, having profit in the bag right now, and letting this be able to move around a little bit more. Because then if you sell out, then when you buy back in, your liquidity price is all fucked up again. It's where a lot of people don't understand. They take the quick 50 or $100, but then when they buy back in, their liquidation's all messed up. Because now it restarts on the buyback. That's why it's kind of an all for nothing for me. And, you know, I can play it calm. Like when I don't know, it's probably up 4% right now or something. I just feel like that $275 would be better spent buying XLM. Oh, yeah, fuck, of course it is. By no means did I say this is a guarantee. I was just saying this was an interesting spot, and I wanted to do it because we're live on air. We can talk about what's actually going into a trade like this and what you need to do to get out of a trade like this so that if you were to get caught, you want to know what you're doing before you start. So like we talked about, the closest area, the ideal buy-in right here was 38,740 roughly, 742, 740. Because you wanted to be as close to the 20-day for this flexibility here. Because I have my stop loss under here. I bought in over here. Right on the money. So now we're letting this play out, and this is completely normal. But once we get a burst of volume, because it's trying to show us this right now. If we get a burst of volume, that's when you can have some fun. Now, if it were to break down, the one thing that sucks about this scenario is that it can break through here and still hit the uptrend and not be broken. That's just, when you're doing a 20x trade, not really going to want to watch and sit through here for fucking 40%. You know, if it were to, or what was that, another 4 or 5%, if it's going to come through there. But right now, it's dicking people right now. This is the trying to figure out it's bouncing. Hey, Storm Patrol, thanks for the 500 bits. You started a hype train on the channel. Holy schmagolies. Is XLM done climbing? It's a good question. XLM. I mean, it's getting there. It's getting there. But it's, if XRP does what it needs to do and we actually have this pull up, I think XLM, like I've been saying, could have one of these crazy weird moves like the 15 cents or 15.6. But then if it were to break out of here, there is the chance we could come up to 18.3. Small chance. But instead of the targeted move down, if this were to break up out of here, you know, it could get you up out of the section here. So what's good one way, it can also be good the other way, but it's going to get rejected when it gets up there. It's just on an overzealous move on a holiday weekend. That's why I'm saying there's a potential here for the market to just move up a tiny bit. I'm not saying anything crazy, just a tiny bit. Remember the 4 to 5% move? XLM's already done it. But it seems like XLM still has a little bit of momentum. It rounded the bottom. So I've seen this a lot. Remember we talked about? You get these little fake outs up. I mean, I'm waiting. I've been watching. XRP looks like it wants to try to do what XLM's doing. Will it? Who knows? XRP's a bitch. Would I be surprised? No, I wouldn't be surprised. That's what I'm playing. Not the 47, but I wouldn't be surprised if it bounced out. It's just we got to get above the 4-hour time frame in the 20-day because we keep getting pushed back down into here, and that is not good news for anybody. But see what we were talking about, how it's going to come back to the 20-day? That's why you're trying to find it as close to the 20-day as possible. That's your, oh, we're a little bullish area. And the fact that we're outside the ascending triangle would lead you to believe that you could have this targeted move up. It's not going to make anybody rich, but it's a targeted move nonetheless. Man, I can't believe it's already been 40 minutes. Holy crap. So are we on the right track, ladies and gentlemen, or are we full of shit? That's what I want to know. Are we on the right track, or are we full of shit? Because you can see in the 1 minute XRP's like, fuck this, we're pulling back down. Redwire, appreciate that. See, we've gotten on top of it on every time frame, but the 30-minute is trying to finish this through. And we still have a ways to go for XRP to finish this divergence on the 30-minute time frame. But as you can see, the smaller time frames are in fact having problems, like you would expect. You would expect this because you got to come back down here, so the lower time frames are going to be showing their bearish divergences. That's why you have to have the overzealous stop loss, just fucking in case. Just in case it wants to back on and teabag you on the way out. You don't want to get caught holding the whole bag. I promise you. So what? You lose 100 or 200 bucks on at the end of the day on a 20x trade. Isn't that a lot better than 1,000 or 2,000? Easy come, easy goes, as they say. Hold on, guys. Sorry, I was rolling this. I don't even know if it's enough weed to roll a joint, but I had a little bit of stuff by me. Nope, we have not covered Theta yet. I've been kind of slow rolling it today with XRP and whatnot. Trying to have a teaching moment today so that everybody can see. And like I said, if you make money, that doesn't mean that that was a proper teaching moment or that you did something proper. Or if you lose money, it doesn't mean you did something wrong. A lot of times when you lose money, you did something right because you have the proper stop. Get your stop loss down. Because this is supposed to become a game of numbers. Don't let it get emotionally attached to you. Don't gamble more than you can afford to lose when things are like this. 764 bits during the hype train. How awesome is that? Right, true? 100%. Hey, I just found a seed. That's a good thing. See? But XRP right now, we're watching properly. We're looking to see if this is going to bounce out. If not, we're going to break down, but we have the stop loss in the appropriate spot just in case. We're at 38,812, still down 0.25% for USDT on XRP. Sean, what's going on, my brother? I'll teach you, just got to listen. I know you do. But this is just a moment where everybody can be like, oh, wow, even in these tight circumstances, this is how you do it. Remember yesterday, Sean, we talked about Theta, about how it was going to do the bullish divergence. And we were down here about $1.11. I said I wouldn't be surprised if it gets up to $1.23. That was our $1.25. This is this drop point. But we talked about how we were in several different falling channels. And now that we got to the top side, now we can have some fun here a little bit. I believe this is only happening because of the Memorial Day weekend. We're about to have rate hikes up again. This is going to be one of those artificial move-ups. And that's why I've been focused, to try to find a spot like I got into. But I don't want to be in it any longer than, you know, maybe tonight. Maybe I was hoping that it would have this little run-up during class. You know, so you guys can see it. But you see how every time we're testing the 20-day on Theta, 20-day breakout, test this area. It's propelling us up each time. Now Theta's going to see if it's going to continue this move by holding the 20-day. or it's going to come through and we're going to come back down to this downtrending resistance as support again. But this is what we're looking for XRP. We're looking for the finish of this explosive move. This explosive move that Theta just did. That's what we're looking for with XRP. We're looking for this explosive move out of here to finish this divergence. We're just trying to get the price action over here by a little bit. And it doesn't even necessarily need to come all the way up to there. We could say we have an overzealous pull down and then it's going to only come up to here. That's fine. But that's what I'm saying. We're looking for this move, and we've already had history by a lot of things in the market that are saying, hey, XRP's a little bit behind. That's okay. No problem. A little bit behind. Let it play out. Put your stop loss where you need it if you're going to be a dummy and do this leverage trade like XRP Future Millionaire. Make sure that you take the risk away, and if you lose $200, you slap yourself in the face and say, whoops. Try again later. You can easily put $200 back in your account. You can't easily put $2,000. Just remember that. 200 or $2,000. It's a big difference. Or depending on the stakes, 200 or 20. It's easier to replace 20 than 200. Just got to know what you're doing. Don't be stupid. Pay attention to what I'm saying in this class. Have I shown one moment where I really care about what the chart's doing? No. Because I have the stop loss in place if it all went to hell. What I'm looking for is this board to get green and finish off this divergence. That's what I'm looking for. And I'm not going to get greedy. Once the bullish divergence pushes that last step through, that's when I would get out. I'm not looking to be greedy here at all. I'm just looking for it to finish the targeted move and trust what I'm seeing. That's it. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, True, thanks for the 45 bits. Yep. Absolutely, Sean. That 132 was the generous, though, remember, with Theta. 132 was the generous hit that it would hit, but I was really thinking that $1.25 was in play, but it technically did hit that $1.16 already, so that's in this area that we were talking about. Now it's Theta's job. If it wants to come up here and finish this cup now at $1.24.9. And then there's the one more level up here at about $1.30, $1.35. But there's still a few rows we got to get through. We got some nice support structures coming through. But other than that, this looks pretty good for Theta, at least in the immediate short term. It's actually pulling up the way that I was anticipating yesterday. I wish I would have been on the ball a little bit more. But I've been waiting for this XRP moment where I could try to make some quick money. And when I say quick money, I mean quick money because these are quick money moments. But you just can't let your emotion get you bent over. Okay, so I do appreciate everybody tuning in. If you're not already following the channel, hit that follow button. We're approaching 350 followers, and I think we're at 331. Also, if you haven't joined my YouTube partnered page, hit that YouTube link on my homepage here on Twitch. Join the other 10,600 subscribers. It's a blast. We have a lot of fun there. So, I think this has been a great class. Episode class. Give you little rules of leverage trading. Make you understand if you're going to go into a leverage position, you always have a stop loss right when you get in. You always have your moment of truth because it can happen quick. Right? You can go down very quickly. Hey, Pizza Brat. Thanks for giving out one community gift sub. That's 18 total. Holy smokes. And Luth, one, you get the gift sub. How generous of Pizza Brat. Thank you so much. Have a great night, everyone. Evening, folks. Rest stop over. We're on. Oh! True. Pay attention, and I'm glad you were able to join us at the rest stop. Give my love to the family, and you be safe out there. You be safe out there. We've got Bitcoin at 29,306. It's completed its bullish divergence, but it looks like it wants to finish one more layer. That's what I was saying. 29,763. Some of this a little bit. Candlestick. Nah, brother, you're good. You're good. I'm just glad you're in here. I'll be honest. I'm just glad you're in here. Efreet _ 7887 gives out a community gift sub. First community gift sub. Lakambi, wow. That's awesome. Jam, all right. No problem. No problem. I do what I can. So, Jam, you've seen the value in this, but you also see what I'm talking about having the stop loss in an area. Right now, we're doing good. Right now, if you're in that trade with me, we're up almost 8% right now. So, it's looking good. Not too bad for being in it for 47 minutes. No, I will say if you're trying to secure profit, if you don't want it to come through, yada, yada, yada. You know, obviously you know what you're doing. Because you could even move it up, keep it on top of this, 38.7 if you wanted to. But you know what my plan is. I'm planning on riding this if it can pull up. There's no guarantee because it might not. But I'm playing the targeted move, and if we can get the targeted move, we should be looking at about a cent higher than we are right now. Would be on average. I did, at the beginning of this show, Lord, I did XRP at the beginning of this show, and I got in it, when it made this dip on air, and it was up here somewhere, and I said, if it comes down to the 20-day, I'm buying it right on air, and it did. It came down here, so I bought it right here. It's like 7.3, what was it, guys, 7.3 something, 7.3, let me look, so I can tell you the exact number that I'm in. Yeah, 7.3. So 3873 is what I'm at. Is where I got in. 3873. And right now we're at 3881. So not up much. But then we have the stop loss. Like I told everybody, I put my stop loss at 38497. Or 49. Right down in here. So if it breaks this, we break this low, and then obviously goodbye. The trade's over. So, we're having a consolidation back and forth right now. We're retesting, it looks like, at the 20-day. So, I have everything set up the way I want, just in case it falls through, because there is no guarantee that it holds this. But like I said from the beginning, we're trying to see if we're going to finish out this bullish divergence. We're playing this out. We've already come through the 20, came through the 50 and the 100. Now we're waiting for this last move up, and if we can get this move up, we're trying to double confirm this bounce on the 20-day. It could be a nice little profit here. If not, we already have our stop loss in place. We know our loss is about $240 if we were to get stopped out on a $3,000 trade, so to say. So that is the best I can describe it, and then XDC, and that's the last request I'm taking tonight. XDC, same thing we're looking for XRP. XDC's made this impulse move up. And it's really, XRP's just lagging a little bit. In my opinion, I believe that this is what we're looking at with XRP as well. We had this nice 20 cross 50, then the 100. Now we had the impulse move up. And now XDC broke out here a little bit. We talked about this yesterday as well. XDC was a good play yesterday. Because we came back up in here. And now we said if we back tested, which we did, and now it's either going to be, do we stop at 479, or is this the stopping point at 456? So we're getting there right now. XDC's looking fantastic right now. It's the immediate short term. I'm not talking it's looking like incredible for the long term, but for the immediate short term, it's looking pretty good. At least until the futures opens tomorrow night. That's the uptrend right there. That's what you're looking at. Easy as done. That's easy as can be. That's what you're looking at right now. with XDC. And then we have the... Yeah, see, we're still... It's exactly what we talked about. This is why you try to get as close to the 20-day, because you're always going to be bouncing around this 20-day area, which it can become frustrating, but that's what it does. You know, until it breaks out, that's what it does. And honestly, we're just waiting for this last part of the move. It can take forever. You may not be in it when it happens. So... That's basically what I got for you tonight, guys. What'd you think? Hopefully that helps sums it up a little bit better. Been fun. Yep, Lord, big short run. That's exactly the best I can put it. JW, yo, I'm glad you got to get a gift sub tonight. One of the long-time homies in the crowd. I bounce in and out of XDC. That's why you got to see me cover it for a brief moment. Now you're getting this wild volatility, which is nice. This is what you want. You want volatility. But that's, I mean, it's as simple as we can put it. For everybody who got in, I hope it works out for you. If not, I hope you put the stop loss and paid attention to what I was saying, because there is no guarantee. This can just as easily roll over on us. So, you know, obviously pay attention. Don't do anything stupid. And we'll see what happens here. I just don't like the fact that the market's in a bear market, you know. So that's why I have such tight areas. That's why I have it set up in a strategic setup. And if it fails, it fails. So yeah, but for the grand scale here, I think XRP, what it's trying to do is it's trying to come up here to this almost 40-cent drop point. I think a targeted move would be, it would make sense to come up here, at least come up to this cup and handle, and then we can decide from there. But it really looks like that's what XRP is doing. We haven't been able to break that uptrending support, so a lot of times, not always, you come up to these resistance points where you had the little flash drops, and then you decide one last time if that's actually resistance, or you can come back on top of it, make it into some support. But as of right now, it's looking like we're trying to go back up, retest these old drop points. But it's a tight window. I mean, we're really ranging right now. We're really ranging. Not much to either direction, to be honest with you. So, I mean, that's what we're looking at, ladies and gentlemen. We're range bound right now. And if we can break out a certain... Now, it's not just XRP. It's how XLM did it. XLM went through its route as well, and it finished this cup and handle. So, if you're trying to anticipate what's going to happen with the rest of the market, look at some of these, like XLM, that have already pushed up a little bit. Algo, a few others. They push up, they do what they need to do, and then they just come right back down. So, I can't even believe that there was over 30 people this whole stream because of the day it is today. With Memorial Day weekend and stuff, I didn't think we were going to have a lot of people in here. I'll be honest with you guys. I didn't think we were going to have a lot of people in here. So seeing you guys show up today, it was awesome. It really was awesome. Trying to give out some of my secrets that I try to use when I'm trading when you guys are in here. Because I do a lot of things different than most people to try to give us the edge. I really do. Man, XRP really wants to pull up one more level. It does. It's set up in a good spot. It really is. And that level's a percent or two, you know? But, yep, every single day for maybe I try to do it. XDC, to me, it's the most undervalued of them all. I can only say it so many times. I truly believe it's the most undervalued of them all. Out of anything on my list, it's the most undervalued. The problem with XDC is I can't futures trade it, otherwise I would. So, and I didn't want a margin trade. Because that's the only way you can really do it with XDC. You can like a 3 to 5x margin, but then you get into the margin trade and that's a whole fucking other bed of worms. That's no good for anybody if that backfires when you're margin trading. You know, let's just say. Can you believe Christian gave me your hookup in at Jazz Festival? I'm stoked from the community. Wow, really? Well, that's pretty fucking awesome. Hey, Efreet. I don't know if I seen you gave out a community gift sub. I think I did. Lacombe got it, or Lacombe. I was very generous of you. I'm very honored and blessed that you guys show such support in the show. It's awesome. Awesome. So, yes or no, are you in any trade right now? Before I leave, yes or no, are you in a trade? Yes or no, are you in a trade? Julie, trade that hour. Step into my people. Julie! Julie, can I see your lighter before you get me in trouble? Talking inappropriately. What? And I don't have a text. No matter how hard I try to get people to leave, there's still 33 people waiting.
What time is it?
After 9.
Are you still doing anything?
For a split second. Excuse me. We're just shooting the shit right now, Julie. That's all. Just shooting the shit as we watch XRP try to do its thing. XRP! XRP! Alright, let's see what everybody said.
Everybody said you're full of
Storm, no, I know, Julie. Julie said everybody said I'm full of shit. I can't believe it. Jerry cares. It's okay, Jerry. We know you care.
I care too.
Julie cares, see? His name is Jerry Cares.
Oh,
Well, Kairz, but I say it's Jerry Cares.
well, that's a nice name.
Mm-hmm.
My dad's name is Jerry.
I know it is.
Jerry's a strong.
Fur babies. No, I am not in. Lord, nope. Grim and a hold. XDC as a Swift partner and so much good news. It sure does, Candlestick. I'm telling you guys, don't sleep on XDC. That's why I always say it. Storm, no. Jam, yes. Lord, I wish I was in that one. You know, we'll see how it turns out. But, definitely one that, it's an interesting one just because of the positioning we got in. Hold an XRP and XDC. Hopefully buy more. Hopefully have 2K plus. I can buy more with, ooh, nice Candlestick. No, I get what you're saying when the lows are in. I have a hold of 12,000 XRP. Sean Crothers, I have access to my XRP. I've been waiting for the 52-cent retest. Honestly, that's not a bad idea. Tight stop loss. Yes, sir. Pizza breath. XLM for shit. Yep. I mean, it's not a bad idea either with XLM. It's so cheap. And you've already made a few dollars on it, so that's always good. I don't like trading holiday weekends. Like to use 20x in flat market equals liquidity spikes too often. I know. Adjustment. Yep. Storm, you're thinking exactly what I'm thinking. That's why I'm in where I'm at. At the exact leverage you picked. Why for Lord? I have a little H-bar and V-chain. I've been on the sidelines for over a year. Only have 2K to spend. Hey, 2K's fine. 2K's fine. Look how far we've come down in the market. 2K's just plenty enough. H-bar. We're testing the 20-day just like some of the rest. We haven't completed the move on here either. Just like with XRP, I don't feel like the move's complete. It's come through the 50 and the 100 on H-bar just like XRP. Now we're looking for this last impulse move. This could be wave 4 impulse. We don't know. Or this could just be a fake out. But if this is a wave 4 move, that means XRP would get to 52 cents on wave 4. Or it's just a fake out to 42 cents for XRP. But this is H-bar. This is what you're looking at. I've already got the pattern drawn out. We're back testing the falling channel. But this was the uptrending support that we failed, and now we back tested it. But that shows that we still have a little bit more of a move in the 30-minute especially. So, and yeah, I don't talk a lot about the wick off or the impulse moves and all that a lot, but trust me, I know more than anybody what's going on and what's about to happen. So it would behoove me not to understand it. I just feel like there's a lot of value in understanding the charts. MV chain's completing this bullish divergence. It's probably going to come back down here and test 2994, maybe a little bit lower at 2990. But as long as it's on top of the 20-day, it's fine. But you see what's going on. This is what XRP is trying to get to as well. And we just haven't finished these moves yet. So this is what's going on right now. So now we can extend it out and see exactly what's happening. So that's what's happening with VChain. I just wanted you to get a better look. On XRP, still the same thing we talked about, but I'm going to go, guys. And I hope this helped. I really do. Much love to each and every one of you. It's looking like we want it to. We're just waiting for this impulse move. Enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend, and I will see you back here tomorrow, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.